Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest horror movie to hit the big screens, Clown in a Cornfield, which premiered earlier tonight in theaters. I got back from watching it, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm pretty disappointed in it. I wanted to really like it. It looked great from the two trailers. Came from one of the producers of Smile, the director of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. And I was really bummed out by it. Yeah. And I'll get into all that in a minute. But first, I want to issue a spoiler warning in case those of you are planning to see it this weekend and you don't want it ruined or spoiled for you. You shouldn't keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. Yeah, I was pretty bummed out and disappointed with this. It wasn't scary at all. It had some interesting kills, but the whole overall premise I found to be rather disappointing and not at all what I expected. This movie was not at all what I expected. I was expecting a solid, straight-up slasher that was like a crazy person dressing up as a clown, killing people in a small farm in town. And we kind of got that, but then we also found out it was a group of people all dressing up like a clown, the same clown. And their beef is that every other generation they have to kill the next generation because they don't approve of or agree with how the new generation conduct themselves or some shit like that. I don't know. It was a little confusing and a little hard to follow. Their motives didn't make a whole lot of sense. Neither did burning down the syrup factory. Like, that was unclear too. And then the bad guy gets away. The main bad guy, the leader of the town, seemingly gets away. And there's no resolution to it. We don't see any justice or death brought down upon him. He just escapes, drives away, and there's only a few minutes left in the movie, and that's it. That's all we see of him. So that's it. It was very disappointing. I did like one thing about it, which was the sheriff, who of course I knew was involved in it, or I suspected to be involved in this murder killing spree, had a great death scene where our lead main girl kills him with an electric cattle prod right in the mouth, and it electrocutes him, fries him to a crisp basically, which was a pretty cool death scene. I will give this movie credit for that. That was a pretty cool death scene. But I expected so much more out of this film. Like I said, it's from one of the producers of the first Smile film. And then it's from the guy who gave us, the same director who gave us the wonderful Tucker and Dale vs. Evil movie. But then apparently we got this mess of a film instead. And yeah, I just sat there thinking, okay, hopefully this gets better. Hopefully this gets better. And it never did. It was just one big stinking pile of disappointment. And I'm not too upset about it because, you know, I spent time with my friend who I always go to the movies with, and we talked about it afterwards. I don't know if he really cared much for it either. But you know what? I didn't have a whole lot of stock or a whole lot invested in this movie. This was one of the lower horror films I was looking forward to this year. There are several other horror movies I am far more excited and hopeful about for later this year. Clown in a Cornfield was not one of them because I only recently learned of its existence a few months ago. So, oh well, you know, life goes on. But my recommendation is watch Hard Eyes on Netflix instead. That is a far better movie and a solid straight-up slasher. Or just rewatch Thanksgiving, because Clown in a Cornfield reminded me of Thanksgiving, and I was hoping it would be like Thanksgiving, and it was nothing like it at all. So, if you're watching this, I hope you liked Clown in a Cornfield more than I did. What did you guys think of it? I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, if you care enough at all. But I'd say save your money and time and watch a better horror movie instead of your choosing. All right, have a good rest of your night, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Clown in a Cornfield is now playing in theaters. Have a good night, everybody. And of course, until next time, may the force be with you.